What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video of the Footballers Vida channel. Another Barca Talk, episode 22 of Barca Talk, where today we're going to quickly talk about the Barcelona versus Atalanta game where we tied 2-2 and finished officially in second place in the Champions League table. But we already classified to the round of 16, so who cares? So yes, this video we're going to quickly talk about the game. We're going to quickly talk about what happened during the game. To be honest, it was a kind of underwhelming game. As much as we scored 2-2, I don't think it was the best game for Barcelona, nor was it the most exciting game from Barcelona, but we're still going to quickly talk about it and talk a little bit more about what's going to happen for the next round of 16, and the other games that happened today, who classified to who got to the playoffs and who's in the round of 16. So yeah, let's talk about it. Let's get into it. But before we get into it, make sure to like, subscribe, favorite, hit the notification bell for every time we upload. Share to your friends that love Barcelona, that hate Barcelona, everyone that love football in general. And let's get right into the video. So yeah, Barcelona received Atalanta for the very last game of the Champions League table thingy thing, the new format. Every single game was played today at the same time. So that's pretty cool, honestly. It's honestly a pretty cool thing just because you get to see at the same time who's going to qualify, who's not going to qualify. I mean, we already knew who wasn't, but we wanted to see who's officially going to get top 8 and go direct to the round of 16 and who's potentially going to have to play playoffs. And I think the main thing that a lot of people were eyeing was Manchester City, like to see if they were even going to get into the next round because they were on the brink of being eliminated from the Champions League, which is crazy. So yeah, Atalanta come visit Barcelona at the Montjuic Stadium for the very last game of the Champions League, and we lined up with the likes of Szczesny in goal, his third game in a row where he's starting. So basically, we're seeing that Szczesny might be the starter for Barcelona from here on out. We got a little bit to talk about that for sure. Szczesny in goal, Jules Koundé, Araujo, Eric Garcia, and Balde defense. So the only change was Cubarsí, no Cubarsí tonight. Midfield of Pedri, Gavi, and Frenkie de Jong, no Casado today. And on top, the regular starters for the attack for Barcelona, Lamine, Lewa, and Rafinha. So, kind of going all out, except for the likes of Cubarsí and Casado. We pretty strong team to line up against Atalanta. And yeah, my preview before the game, I thought Atalanta for sure were gonna give us a tough game, just because I can say I don't watch Atalanta at all. I don't really see how they play week in, week out, or like the last game I saw them was against Real Madrid, to be honest. And when they played against Real Madrid, they were attacking them very well, especially using their likes of their wingbacks a lot, like Zapacosta, Bellanova. They were using them a lot in their attacks, and trying to make threats going into the middle with the Cataler. Against Real Madrid they had Lookman. We played against Lookman today, maybe a little bit different story for us, but I thought they were gonna give us troubles mostly because of their wingbacks, and since we play such a high line, and the wingbacks try to take advantage of that space that we leave open, because we also kind of defend a little bit tight in the middle. So I thought they were gonna for sure give us a tough game, but I was still confident that we were still gonna get a win, because what I saw against Real Madrid was the fact that they left a lot of space in their midfield and a lot of space in between their defense. So I thought like the likes of Rafinha and Lamine were going to take advantage of that, and I thought Lewa was actually going to be a little bit more involved and a little bit helpful in coming and dropping deep like he would usually do in some games. I thought this was going to be one of the games where he could, take a little bit advantage of that because, again, of the space they live in the midfield. But it really wasn't the case, to be honest, because, gotta be honest, Atalanta really gave us a tough game. Obviously, when it comes to the points, we really didn't need them. We already qualified. The only little thing that we would have gotten from the 3 points was possibly, finishing first, especially since Liverpool lost today. So we could have finished first today. We had moments where we could have finished first, but again, that didn't really matter. Like, the only thing is, I know for sure that first place and second place are not going to meet each other at all during the knockouts, unless they both get to the final. That's the only way they can meet each other. So that'd be kind of cool to see later on if that happens. But when it comes to any it didn't matter anymore. We already qualified for the next round, for the round of 16. So it mostly was for Atalanta to try to get into the top 8 because they needed to get a win to get I think a tie too would benefit them, but for sure a win would have been even more helpful because a lot of the teams under them were already the same amount of points, so they wanted to fight for a win, try to get something out of this game, and kudos to them because they did a really good job today. They really didn't make it easy for us at all. In that first half, I would say it was a very boring half from Barcelona. We didn't do much. We were playing so slow. We weren't moving the ball quick enough. They were it was kind of weird from Atalanta's end too, because I was saying how they need a win, they need to try to get something out of this game, but they weren't pressing us heavily. They were just leaving us on our side, watching us pass the ball in our back four, just like consistently just passing back and forth, and they weren't pressing us heavy. Like they weren't taking any high risks, which is kind of weird. But at the same time, Barcelona weren't even trying hard enough to try to get out their press or try to get like try to play quickly. Like the main guy for me in the first half for us was Lamine Yamal. He was the one trying to do more, show off like always, show a little bit of showboating and taking on his defenders, and he did really good at it too. But besides that, in that first half, I can't think of any single opportunity where we had a clear chance to score. I think Lamine's the only one from Lamine where he cut in and shot, and tried to like score a curler, but it just went out. But besides that, like we weren't really doing anything. Like the likes of Rafinha and Lewa and besides Lamine, like we they weren't really doing much in the attack. Like I got to give kudos to Atalanta. They were defending us very well. They weren't giving us much space to honestly work with, like what I honestly would have thought they would have. They didn't give us much space to work with. Like their defense was actually very solid in that first half. But again, when it comes to them attacking us, they weren't really doing much either. They did have clear chances though. Obviously, the goal that was taken away from Zabacosta because he was just offside. And during the beginning of the match, I remember I forgot which minute it was, a little cross into the box, and if Balde didn't touch that ball, it would have landed for Atalanta player, and he would have scored it. He would have easily tapped it in. But Balde touched it, and then it hit Chesney. Chesney saved it. But again, that first half was awful from Barcelona. I don't think it was probably one of the most boring and worst half that Barcelona have had this season, where we just did absolutely nothing. Like the only one I can compare it to was against Real Sociedad, where we were doing nothing. But yeah, not much to say about that first half. The likes of Pedri was struggling to get out of the back. Frankie, like he committed like 3 fouls in that first half. Like again, his defensive awareness is not amazing. The likes of Gavi, I think Gavi was really good actually. He was one draw. I kept confusing Gavi and Lewa because they both have that little wrist, like the little straps around their hands. I'm like, who's who? I got confused. I thought Lewa was the one dropping deep, like all the way to our side, but it was actually Gavi. Gavi's actually very helpful today. He was dropping deep a lot, trying to make us play quick, trying us to get out of our own half because we were in a half for so long, for so many occasions where we weren't getting out quick enough. But Gavi was very helpful in that because again, the likes of Pedri and Frankie weren't doing much in that aspect. They weren't like playing us, getting us to get. They weren't getting us to get out of our half quickly enough. Gavi was the one trying to get it, like trying to make the half turn or give it to Lamine so he can try to get us out. And yeah, but again, first half was terrible from Barca. And boom, second half starts. A couple minutes into the second half, we get our first goal from Lamine. Lewis passes the ball to Rafinha, and Rafinha crosses it to Lamine Yamal, who had acres of space, gets him behind the keeper, and then boom, squares it for the first goal for Barcelona. Honestly, one of the best things I saw about Lamine today was, again, we already know how skillful he is. We already know how confident he is with the ball. But the main thing I saw for him today was just spectacular. Was his first touch, bro. His first touch is just incredible, bro. I've said it in a past video before. I would like to see Lamine. Like Lamine has to play through the middle one day. Like I remember I said, I think it was like when the rumors were coming up about Salah, and like I said, Salah playing on the right and Lamine playing through the middle. Like they can they can switch. Like Lamine doesn't always have to play on the right. He has the ability to play through the middle. Like like his inspiration Neymar. Like because of his first touch, like it's just amazing. The first when you want to play through the middle, that's the thing that we critique, or at least I critique Lewa a lot about when he drops deep. His first touch is not great and he loses the ball easily. But like the likes of Lamine has an amazing first touch, so he can get out of a press easily or make a half turn and then boom, get us going like that, because Lamine's first touch is just incredible. And today he was showing that a lot of times because he cooks a lot of defenders because of his first touch. Like he makes them go the other way because of his first touch, and obviously everything else that comes with this game. But today his first touch was spectacular, and every time he got the ball, and even for that first for the first goal that we got back. But yeah, Barcelona get one goal. I think at that point, if I remember right, I don't know if I think PSV already winning at that point, if I remember right, and so that meant we were first place to the Champions League table, because Arsenal were the ones in third place. They're third place. They actually they beat Girona, but we were ahead of them because of goal difference. But if we had lost, then they would have been on top of us. But yeah. 1-0 Barcelona. Boom. Finally, something happened. Something more exciting. And then Barcelona started waking up a little bit more. Atalanta started giving us a lot more space through their defense. We started playing a lot more on the counter. Like Rafinha was more involved, and Lamine obviously always involved. And yeah, it looked like the game started getting a little bit more interesting. Then, boom, out of nowhere, Atalanta with the amazing first goal from Ederson. That was a banger. He hit that. Wow, that was a great hit from Ederson. Gets them back into the game. 1-1 for Atalanta and Barcelona. And Szczesny, I mean, that was just a hit. That was just a hit. That was a great hit from Atalanta, like from Ederson. Like, I don't know, Szczesny, he's been giving me some doubts a little bit recently because of the main thing for me is obviously the way he comes out of his box, and his confidence inside the box is not the greatest. And we could see that even for the second goal, like how easily, like obviously that was still bad defending from Barcelona's end, like how easily we let that cross in. But at the same time, I think like Szczesny just gets a little bit too easily beat inside the box when he's in a one-on-one situation or when they get too close to him. But I don't know. I'm a little bit confused of how the goalkeeper situation is looking right now, because like half of the season before Szczesny even came on, like when we got Szczesny, like it was all Iñaki Peña. Iñaki Peña was playing all the important games. He played against Bayern. He played against Real Madrid, and then out of nowhere, Szczesny gets into the team. So I don't know if it was something that Flick wanted to like little by little incorporate him to the team, incorporating with the squad, help him understand the squad a little bit more a couple months in, and then put him in, because he always thought that Szczesny was going to be the guy, or if Iñaki Peña is not showing the level in training or whatever, because he did play the other day against. Damn it, I forgot the team. Yeah, so against Real Betis and against Getafe, Iñaki Peña started those games, and then in these last couple games, Szczesny's been starting. So I said that rotating goalkeepers really shouldn't be a thing, like shouldn't be like a consistent thing, because you need one goalkeeper to be solid, have the confidence and have the game rhythm every single game. And so I have that understanding with the defense every single game. You need one goalkeeper. You need one main keeper and then one substitute keeper. So we really got to know who the main keeper is right now. If Szczesny plays the next game, then he might be considered now the first keeper for Barcelona. I don't want to see Iñaki Peña playing for next game and then Szczesny the other. And like, we need to pick one. So I'm interested to see what Flick is going to decide there, because rotating goalkeepers shouldn't be really a thing. And then boom, second half, again, we started playing a little bit more. We still started playing a little bit more confidently, but so did Atalanta. They were attacking us very well as well. And in the second half, it was mostly us, I would say. But at the same time, we weren't defending amazingly either, because Atalanta, again, their wingbacks, the likes of Belanova and even Zabacosta, were giving us trouble for sure. But yeah, we get the second goal from a corner kick. Rafinha whips it in, and Araujo with a beautiful header to bring us 2-1 up. I think that's Araujo's first goal of the season, if I'm not mistaken. And good for his confidence. He even celebrated doing this that he's staying at Barcelona. So hopefully that's a fact, and not any gaslighting. So but yeah, that was great to see, to be honest, when a player does that. But we've seen it in the past with the players, and they end up leaving. But hopefully he did that with his heart, with purity, and he's obviously going to stay for Barcelona. But I think that was I can't even remember the last time we scored from a corner kick, because that's the main critique I've had for Barcelona for months with our corner kicks. We're so wasteful with corner kicks. We don't do anything with corner kicks. We either play it short, because it's always better like checking in to play it short, and then we pass it back, and then and anytime we cross it, we put it in a shit cross. We always, for some reason, go near post and do nothing, and we always are so wasteful with corners. So finally, we get something from a corner kick. Awful defending from Atalanta. They're leaving Araujo acres of space, and then boom, he just headers it in. And then they get their second goal later in the game. Again, bad defending, a great cross into the box, all alone, the Atalanta player who scored it, and goal for Atalanta, again, through the legs of Szczesny. Again, when it comes to confidence in the box for Szczesny, he's not been showing it too much for me, and he has to improve on that, because the way he comes out and the way he hesitates to come out sometimes is just not good enough, to be honest. So that's something he would have to improve on. Obviously, we had subs come in. We had Alexo Cobarsi, Casado, Fermin, Ferran, and Pau Victor come on. And again, at that point, we were just trying to, just get him some minutes in, because again, we already qualified. There wasn't much to play for. I was honestly surprised that Flick even came out with more like of a starting kind of a lineup than rotations like the likes of Liverpool, who went full rotation the whole team, because we already qualified. So there was no point of really going full on out. But Flick decided to, and Again, I don't really have any problems with it as long as no one gets injured. That's the main thing. But yeah, that would conclude the final game for the Champions League for Barcelona. They are qualified to the round of 16. We already knew that from last week against the game against Benfica. But yeah, I think the main thing about this game was the fact that no one get injured. That's the main thing for me. That's the main green flag for me from this game. Obviously, some red flags for sure from the way that we played, but the main thing for me is that no one got injured, no one got hurt, and everything's fine for the next round. And we'll have to see what happens next for the next round. So that was the overview, analysis, whatever you want to call it for the game for today. But my man of the match was I would give it to Lamine Yamal for sure. He had a great game. He was very good today. He was very good today, and doing the usual like always stepping up and being a beast on the pitch. So Lamine Yamal for sure gets the man of the match for me. But now let's talk about the Champions League game for the rest of the rest of the game. So obviously, the teams that qualify to the next round, who automatically get into the round of 16, is obviously Liverpool. We already knew that for weeks. Barcelona, we already knew that. Arsenal, we kind of knew it because there was still a chance they couldn't come in, but they ended up going after beating Girona. Inter Milan, Atletico Madrid, Leverkusen, Lille, and Aston Villa have all gone straight to the round of 16. So congratulations to those motherfuckers for doing what they needed to do, not like the other teams, you know what I'm saying? The teams that are playing for the round of 16, who are playing the playoffs for two game playoff matches to see who qualifies for the round of 16, are the likes of Atalanta, Dortmund, Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, AC Milan, PSV, PSG, Benfica, Monaco, Brest, Feyenoord, Juve, Celtic, Manchester City, Sporting, and Club Brugge. All will be playing for the round of 16 playoffs, 2-leg round of 16 games to see who qualifies for the round of 16. And the draw will be tomorrow to see who plays who. Now, Barcelona's potential opponents for the round of 16 are either PSG, Benfica, Monaco, and Stade Brostes. What? Who the fuck are they? Oh, Brest. I'm stupid. Those are our potential opponents. And you know who the fuck I want. When it comes to those four opponents, there's two that I'm eyeing. Monaco and PSG. Monaco, just to get our get back because they beat it twice this season. In the Gamper Trophy and then for the Champions League, the first game. Okay, get our get back. But the main team I'm eyeing is where that snake piece, where that snake, Ousmane Dembele is playing. And that other snake who likes to talk shit, Luis Enrique, is managing. I would love to play PSG. To get our get back for what happened last season in the Champions League because they didn't deserve it. They nowhere near deserved it. They're shit. Terrible club. And to rub it in the face of Luis Enrique and Ousmane Dembele, obviously. But I would love to get PSG because this Barcelona is completely different Barcelona. No way are they going to do what they did to us last season in terms of getting away with it. No way will that happen again. So I would like to get our get back from last season and obviously destroy the likes of Ousmane Dembele for being a little snake-ass motherfucker and leaving us. And Luis Enrique for talking shit about Xavi and Barcelona last season. So 100% I would love PSG. I would like to smack them out of the Champions League and make sure for yet another year that they don't win it and they never win it. So that would be great to see Barcelona versus PSG. We'll see what happens. But Monaco, I wouldn't be mad if we get Monaco too, just to get our get back for because they beat us twice this season. So get our get back for that would be great. Little 7-0 or whatever. But yeah, either one of those, but PSG is the main one on the motherfucking eye. Ousmane Dembele. We will see you again. Hopefully, we'll see what happens. But if we get Brass and all the like, and Benfica again, so I don't really mind. But easy dubs. But PSG, we're coming. And obviously, we got to look our main rival, Real Madrid. Obviously, Real Madrid are finished in 11th place. 11th place. Imagine having to qualify for the round of 16. Imagine having to qualify for the round of 16. Never heard of that. I've never heard of that. I've only heard the word qualified. not qualifying. So Real Madrid obviously have to qualify for the round of 16, and their potential teams that they have to play is either Celtic or Manchester City. Please give them City. I don't know, bro. It's like if they get City, cool. They have a harder, it's harder than Celtic, but at the same time, City are nowhere near the same City that they were last season or the season before. The season where they smacked them 4-0, and last season where they at least gave Madrid trouble throughout the whole game, throughout the whole both legs. With the 3-3 tie at the Bernabeu, and then the penalty shootout last season at the Etihad. But I mean, I would like to see City and Real Madrid again. I think it's kind of turning into a little classico kind of game for the Champions League, because they played each other the last, I think that's 4 years in a row. 2021, 21, 22, 22, 23, 23, 24. Yeah, that's 3 years in a row they played each other in knockout rounds for the Champions League. So if they get a fourth time, that'd be pretty funny. But yeah, I really don't want to see City versus Bayern. I would rather see City versus Real Madrid. Give them a little harder. But I think if I had to be honest, if Real Madrid do get Manchester City, I think Real Madrid will still beat them. I think Real Madrid are currently a better team than Manchester City. We all know Manchester City, like the fact that they almost even got eliminated from the Champions League, like before even getting to the next round, which is incredible to see from the likes of City and Pep Guardiola and the players that they have. Like that's already one thing that's incredible to see. So imagine now having to play the likes of Real Madrid, who are in not great, but they're in good form currently, with a lot of great players who are in good form as well. So imagine having to play against them. It's nowhere gonna be easy for Manchester City. And I think if it came down to it, I bet more money on Madrid getting through than City. But I would like to see that matchup again, though. I would like to. I think most fans would like to see that again. No one's gives a shit about Bayern, bro. Company Bayern. Come on, 4-1. Come on. But yeah, that'd be interesting to see. The other interesting games that we could probably see, not really much. Milan, Juve, potentially. Atalanta. Yeah. When it comes to the round of 16, not many exciting games. PSG, Monaco, little French battle right there. A little Milan, Juve, a little PSV, Feyenoord, little Dutch battle right there. Real Madrid and City. Dortmund, yeah, not many other games that look exciting like that. But yeah, that would be still fine. The main one I want to see is obviously City versus Real Madrid. The likes of Arsenal, or Inter, the potential teams they have to play is Milan, PSV. Is 13, 19, 20, and Feyenoord and Juve, and whatever. But yeah, those are the potential teams that we will be potentially playing for the round of 16. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens tomorrow for the draw to see who plays who tomorrow. Hopefully, we see Real Madrid versus Manchester City. That'll be fire. And yeah, we'll see what happens there. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Really, it was just a quick little video of everything that happened today. I hope you guys are excited for this round of 16 Champions League matches that are about to come up. Make sure to tune in for this channel, because we will be covering most of Barcelona's games for that. I'll be streaming most of the games for sure. Round of 16 is going to be exciting, because those are the most, the ones that hit the heart a little bit more, because that's our do or die games for sure. Like if you win, you're good. If you lose, bye. But could this be Barcelona's year? Could it be Barcelona's year to finally win the Champions? Hopefully it is. We need it. It's been 10 years. It's been a decade since we last won the Champions League. So Barcelona must step up this season. And I just want to see Rafinha hold the Ballon d'Or at the end of the season as well. So Barcelona, don't disappoint us. Please don't disappoint us. But yeah, that's been the video for today. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys continue to tune in for the rest of the videos for the Champions League campaign that I will be covering from here on out. And again, hope you guys enjoyed. Much love. Remember, like, subscribe, favorite, notification, everything. You know what to do. And tune in for the next video, which is going to be for the next league match that we play this weekend. But much love to all of you guys, and take care.